guys? We are back for another Dokkan battle video. Today we're taking a look at the newest DOKKANFEST exclusive. This is a Android 17 and Hellfighter 17 that fuse and transform into Super 17. I do think this unit is going to be very good. Seemed like a lot of people were kind of underselling this character. I do think that TURs right now are just going to continually be compared to Kid Goku and the Gammas. And I do think that they put a pretty ridiculous bar up there. I mean, to be fair, right, the Kid Goku and Gammas are now, what, 5 months old or something like that? So, sure. But I do think that the 17s here, they should fit in somewhere neatly around Yamcha and Bardock level, I would assume. I don't think I would like these two better than, like, Gamma 2. Super 17 himself is great, but we're not able to transform into him until turn 5, which could be tough. I do think their team is pretty good. Hopefully it can continue to get buffs. The data download didn't look too promising for that. Alright, so let's go ahead and just, we'll toss them into slot 1 right here. Just sort of get it going. We are going up against an extreme, you know, enemy here, but, I mean, dude, guess what? It's actually, let's put 16 and 18 in slot 1. 16 and 18 will be perfect in slot 1 right here. So we'll have most of their links active. So let's see, their link set is Brutal Beatdown, Android Assault, Shocking Speed, GT, Nightmare, Fear and Faith, and Fierce Battle. So Brutal Beatdown's the one link we don't have activated right here. So 17 and 17, they do get whatchamacallit. So at 273k, they get 30% defense every time they super. They do get 70% attack and defense if all allies are extreme class, which we do have. 16 and 18, of course, remember, are an extreme class unit. But they do get an additional if there's a super class enemy. But, I mean, guess what, dude? That's not common. You're not really seeing extreme class, or excuse me, super class enemies too often. All these fights, so they start at 6 million. Okay, I mean, we do have Dr. Gyu and Dr. Gero and Dr. Mew on rotation, and 16 and 18. So we do have several supports here. Now remember, every attack that the two 17s do gives them 17% chance to crit and 17% chance to dodge. So it's like, we did, yeah, they now have, what, a 50% chance to dodge right here. And essentially 50% chance to crit after all their attacks. That was a pretty good rotation, though. Again, with like a lot of support and stuff like that. It seems like they'll be okay. They do stack attack. I mean, that's something we can keep in mind. Let's put the 17s in slot 1, and then we'll keep the Int Hellfighter 17 on rotation with them. So they are going to have 7 out of 7 with Int Hellfighter 17. What is our defense here? Might actually be a bit higher. 290. Again, so they're getting 30% from their super attack effects. They get the 70% attack and defense if all allies are extreme class, and then 70% on super attack. I think that they're acceptable defensively. It's usually not going to be in slot 1 like this. This is unfortunate, but we do need to take damage to transform to Super 17 anyway. But them in slot 2 or 3, I think they will be acceptable defensively. It is important that they at least do the 3 attacks, however, because if they do their 3 attacks, you're above the 50% chance to dodge. I do think giving them full additionals is probably the way to go. I'd love to give this character full dodge, but I think it really would actively hurt them once they transform to Super 17 if you go full dodge. Okay, so we can just put the two 17s in the middle slot right here. So in terms of our links, we should have most still activated right here. Everything but Brutal Beatdown. Let's see what their defense is. So this is without Dr. Mew and Dr. Gero. 248 they dropped down to. Okay. Sure, let's go ahead and let this turn play out. Now, again, remember, every super attack we do... Let's stay away from same type orbs. We don't want to heal. So let's just avoid same type orbs right here. Because in order to transform into Super 17, we do have to be below 70% HP. Right? That's going to be huge to transform into Super 17. And, I mean, Super 17, I think once we transform into him, he should be very good. But one issue with this character that's definitely going to happen is right now the content is, like, the really difficult stages, the stages you're going to want to beat, are more so, like, shorter fights. They're not really, like, these super long, super difficult, you know, gargantuan labyrinth fights that go 15 to 20 turns. It does seem like this character will do much better the longer the fight is going to go on. Because Super 17 himself, he is going to not only need to transform on turn 5, but then he needs to get hit 10 times. 10 times! He needs to get hit to fully build up. All right, let's see. What is our defense here? Let's put the double 17s in slot 1. 265. Okay, okay. Yeah, I do think they're okay in base. I mean, we brought a team that's, you know, they're linking very well. A lot of these characters are sort of supporting and stuff like that. But they do seem acceptable to me in base because after they're attacking, they're going to be getting a huge amount of chance to dodge. I look at a top-tier DOKKANFEST TUR like this, and I want them to at least have a chance to do okay against the big bosses. And with the dodge, they should. But it's very important that they at least get that hidden potential system additional with the third attack like this. Okay, that's good. As long as they're getting that third attack, they should be pretty good. So I'm going to try my best to get them to like 30 additional when I rainbow them. Something like that. All right, so we're going to be able to transform into Super 17 here. This is actually going to be good. We should have most of our links activated with AGL Super 17 as well. So this is going to be pretty solid right here. Okay, so I guess let's make sure that the active skill skip is off, and we can go ahead and transform into Super 17 right here. There's no reason not to. Yeah, the top one. Yep, perfect. Okay, cool. All right, so let's transform into Super 17 right here. Okay. So we'll put him in slot 1. We could put the AGL Super 17 in the middle slot. How do they link up? So we should have most... Yeah, all 7. Okay. What is his defense right here? I'm very curious to see this. Okay, 279. All right, so give me a second here. So Super 17, right? He has 34% damage reduction base. Then for his first 4 turns, he's going to get 17% additional damage reduction. That's going to get him to 50%. Now, check this out. We have support from 19 and 20. And, I mean, his defensive stat is not high enough. It's not. Let's get same type orbs now. We do want to heal up, probably. So we'll save the int orbs for 19 and 20. We do want to get hit as many times as possible here. Because he needs to build up defense, right? Every time 17 gets hit, he's getting 17% defense up to a max 170. So we're at 11 million right there. That's pretty good. I'll definitely take that. He gets 50% attack and defense on his super attack effect as well. This additional right here, this is from getting hit. When he gets hit, he gets an additional. There's a high chance to be a super attack as well. Okay, pretty good. Can we hit potentially some additional as well? Yeah, I mean, Super 17 himself is strong. No one is denying that this dude is going to come out and he's going to hit numbers. Like, this was a pretty good turn right here. It's going to be important. Let's see what Super 17's defense looks like when he comes back around. Now, depending upon the fight, AGL Super 17 is not unrunnable. He's not. Like, I mean, you know, could he be better? Of course. I mean, he's, you know, easy 2.5 years ago. But, like, you could get away with running Super 17. 19 and 20 are going to get super here. We should be okay. Yeah. You know, Oceanus isn't strong enough to kill them. Okay, so we have this other 17. Maybe we'll keep these 17s around and we can continue to let them build up. Let's use Senzu. Let's go ahead and heal up right here. All right, now what are their stats looking like right here? They are at 268. All right, let's put 16 and 18 in slot 1. Probably not a good idea to let the 17s go into slot 1 right there. We don't want to sabotage them. And we could just go ahead and finish this rotation off. So, again, the big thing with Super 17, right, is once you come out with him, he needs to get hit repeatedly to build up his defense. But it is really a pretty flawed design, I would say. because Super 17, you can't transform until turn 5. And then you have to get hit 10 times to fully build up his defense. It's just like, I don't know where they're expecting you to use this character where he's going to be able to do that all the time, right? Like, he's going to be strong, I think, turn 1 regardless. 50% damage reduction, but, like, you know, Gamma 1 has, like, that type of damage reduction with way higher defense, and he could take damage. So, you know, it's just kind of an issue. Now, the other thing, too, so let's check our defense here. It's up to 384. Man, you have to get hit a lot in order... He's good, but I do wish they had designed him a little tighter, is the only thing. Let's just get one of the int orbs on the right there. That's fine, yeah. We'll get the AGL orbs with AGL Super 17. And then we can just give Dr. Mew and Dr. Gyro the physical orbs right here. Now, remember that this guy absorbs key-based super attacks as well. But the thing we're gonna is... Yeah. Okay. So that proves it. You have to be below 70% HP for him to absorb a Key Blast Super. That's not that good. You know, what if you're above 70%? You just get instantly one-shotted by one of these tough bosses? I don't know why they restricted his Key Blast nullification like that. He could... You shouldn't have to be below 70% HP for him to absorb the Key Blast. That's really stupid. It's just... you know, you can get it to happen, or we could get it to not happen, right? Like, it just adds another layer of annoying RNG. I'm not the biggest fan of toying and messing around with these HP restrictions. It's out of your control where the boss is deciding the super, who they're attacking, blah, 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 blah. So it's just kind of a frustrating thing, I would say. Let's put 16 and 18 in slot 1. Let's also use our second Senzu right here to heal this seal right here. Then we could finish this phase off. I think I'm pretty content. I've seen what I've needed to see from Super 17. Let's finish this turn, and then the main thing I want to see is what Super 17's defense is going to look like on this following turn. Because he now has been hit many times. And, you know, we've built up a huge portion of his defense. But remember... This is now the 3rd appearance of Super 17, so he loses the extra 17% damage reduction. That's now going to be gone on this next turn for him, right? So, while I would say he's very good, again, they could have made this character, I think, a bit tighter. I think that my 2 concerns overall above anything, using them, thinking about everything... I think that their initial transformation in the Super 17 should just be turn 5 with no HP restriction. And then 17's Key Blast nullification should just be, you know, he absorbs it. You shouldn't need an HP restriction. What is our defense here? He's at 590. I mean, that is pretty good. But remember, we're down to 34% damage reduction right here. He's at, you know, 34% damage reduction and, you know, 600k defense, which is definitely strong. Right? I mean, he's a good character. Again, I would say he's probably on par. Like, he's very, probably Yamcha-ish. Again, we're going to get tagged by another Key Blast Super. Bam. Oops. I wish we could nullify. Sure would be cool if we had a Key Blast absorption, guys, right? Oh, no. You know, tough. You're not below 70% HP, so you don't get to do that. Very good. Again, I would say... vaguely like Yamcha or Bardock level, like kind of in that tier, which again is strong. At the very least, a lot of these category teams these characters are on join forces, target Goku, androids, artificial life form, inhuman deeds, power absorption, GT bosses, battle of fate, fuse fighters. I mean, this is good buffs to these teams with a strong character. Make no mistake there. But I do wish that the kit could have been a little tighter. They've never really designed one of these Super 17 units really, really great. I guess AGL Super 17's EZA was super good, but, you know, they could have done better there. So, let me know what you guys think of Dokkan Fest 17 and 17 transforming into Super 17. They are certainly good, but their, I think, restrictions could have been a bit tighter. Thanks, guys, for watching, and I'll catch y'all next time.